Hello and thanks for joining me, your sports pilot James Glory, on another exciting edition of Sport Vibe on DNT World, where we bring you exciting and latest sport happenings across the world of sport every Tuesday, as is our tradition to do that. This week will be an exception, so I'll deploy you to please stay tuned because we'll be right back shortly after this break. Welcome back, and starting from the world of tennis, quite an interesting one for Dimitrov, as he was able to win the first ATP title for himself since the year 2017. He was able to win the Brisbane International and wins his first ATP title since the year 2017. After the match, in his post-match interview, he said it has been a while lifting a trophy. What an interesting one for him and an emotional one for him also. But the sad news coming from the camp of Rafael Nadal. Rafael Nadal will be participating in the Australian Open after making his return to the same competition where we talk about the Brisbane. He has been sidelined and has pulled out from the Australian Open because of the muscle tie. Is this the right time for Rafael Nadal to retire from the world of tennis, or do you think he needs more time to recover to get back to the world of tennis and get back to his winning ways? It's a sorry case for them in the camp of Rafael Nadal, particularly for his fans that have been expecting him to make his return to the court in the Australian Open. And for the record purpose, it will be the first time that Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer will be participating in the Australian Open since the year 1999 in that particular competition. And quickly, let's move down to the world of that, where we'll talk about Luke Lottler, that young man doing particularly well in the World Darts Championship that was just concluded. He came into the competition as an underdog, but he was able to make it to the finals. But the headline, and I'm bringing to you right now, is that Luke Lottler has been shortlisted and will be participating in the Dutch Premier League that will be taking place in the year 2024, the year that we are in. The 16 years old doing incredibly well at his age and coming to their competition as an underdog. I'm glad he has been able to get the recognition that he deserves in the world of that. And quickly, let's go down to the world of boxing, where we talk about Anthony Joshua. The man in form is set to take on Francis Ngannou in any time from March this year, and let's see if Ngannou will be able to get the better of Anthony Joshua, who is in form right now. You remember that Anthony Joshua in the post-match in his other victory said he's ready to take on anybody anywhere in the world, and he will be witnessing the fight between Ngannou and Anthony Joshua. Will Anthony Joshua be able to continue with incredible form when he'll be facing Ngannou sometime in March? And let's see if Ngannou will be able to get his win and get the better of Anthony Joshua in the world of boxing. So many things to look forward to in the year 2024 as the year starts already. And also in the world of football, we'll bring you an interesting one talking about the Paris Saint-Germain team playing in the France League. They were able to win their first match in the year 2024 as Luis Enrique wins his first trophy as the manager of Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain winning the France Super Cup. It's an interesting one for him as a manager, something he'll be looking forward to do, and it's a dream for every other manager in every league to win your first trophy as a manager in charge of the particular club. But will Luis Enrique be able to guide Paris Saint-Germain to winning the Champions League first time in the history of the club? And this is the competition that they have been looking forward to win for a very long time. Luis Enrique stayed in Paris Saint-Germain as secured one trophy already for them this season. How far and how many more can they get this season for the Paris Saint-Germain team? And also in the world of football, let's talk about Tottenham Hotspur securing the signature of Timo Werner. Timo Werner, of course, has signed for Tottenham Hotspur on a loan for 6 months from RB Leipzig. Is stay in Chelsea. Remember that Timo Werner played with Chelsea and was able to win the Champions League with Chelsea, and I think his business in the Premier League is not yet over, as his services has been required by Tottenham Hotspur. And let's see if we'll be able to lead the line of Tottenham Hotspur and their Postecoglou side to qualifying for the Champions League next season. Remember that Tottenham has been outstanding under Postecoglou, and let's see what Postecoglou will be doing with Timo Werner in the Premier League this season. And quickly, let's go on a very short break, and when we're right back, we continue right from where we stopped. Welcome back, and continuing from where we stopped in the Premier League, we talk about Manchester City side as Kevin De Bruyne is back from injury after being sidelined since August 2023. You remember that during the weekend he was able to provide an assist like he never left the team in their win in the FA Cup against Huddersfield. Remember, he provided the last assist for Jeremy Doku in scoring the final goal in a 5-goal thriller between Manchester City and Huddersfield. He's back in the Premier League and is back representing the Manchester City side. Will he be able to help them secure the 4th consecutive Premier League title? As you know, Manchester City have a game in hand already in the Premier League, and they'll be taking on Newcastle this weekend. Will they be able to defeat Newcastle with the help of Kevin De Bruyne back to the team? Jeremy Doku is back to the team. If you see free folding, scoring goals, and is definitely in form. While we await the return of Erling Haaland in the Manchester City side, they look formidable right now in the Premier League and in all competition. Also talking about the FA Cup, we talk about Arsenal, who were defeated by Liverpool 2-0 in the FA Cup tie that took place during the weekend, and this means Arsenal has only been able to win 1 match in their last 7 matches that they have played so far in all competition. What is wrong with Arsenal and the Mikel Arteta side? They have definitely slipped in the Premier League title race at the moment. Will they be able to win any trophy this season? They are still participating in the Champions League. As we know, the Champions League is one competition that is very difficult to win, and let's see if they will be able to eventually prove us wrong and win the Premier League eventually this season. And also an interesting one in the world of football, talking about the Premier League, which will be back this weekend. So many stars will be missing the Premier League because of the Asian Cup and the African Cup of Nations that will be played in the month of January, starting from the 13th day of the month of January. We'll be seeing the likes of Heung-min Son, we'll be seeing Mohamed Salah missing in the Premier League. We won't be seeing Kundus playing for West Ham in the Premier League, and in fact over 30 players will be missing and they won't be participating in the Premier League for some weeks because of the Asian Cup and the African Cup of Nations that will be played within this time. But an interesting one also in the Premier League, and a match to look forward to this weekend is the match between Manchester City and Newcastle, and Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur. Will Erik ten Hag's side be able to get the revenge that they deserve when they take on Postecoglou Tottenham side? Remember, Tottenham were able to defeat Manchester United 2-0 the last time that they faced in the Premier League. Will they be able to win Tottenham Hotspur this time around? Let's see if they will be able to do that and get the revenge that they deserve in the world of football and in the Premier League. Also talking about football, it's an interesting one. Like I said, the Asian Cup will be taking place this month already, and some players have flown back to their country to represent their country already in the Asian Cup and in the African Cup of Nations. I'm talking about the African Cup of Nations that will be played on the 13th of January, where we'll be seeing the host country taking on Guinea-Bissau on the 13th of January. We'll be seeing Nigeria also playing against Equatorial Guinea, and we'll be seeing Egypt playing against Mozambique. Ghana will be playing against Cape Verde. Is an interesting competition if you know what the African Cup of Nations entails. We'll be seeing the likes of Mohamed Salah representing Egypt. He has already said he loves to represent his country. We'll be seeing the likes of Victor Osimhen playing for Nigeria, and so many stars playing in the African Cup of Nations. But I have a particular one for you, and I want you to predict who will be winning this year's African Cup of Nations. Will it be Nigeria, Egypt, Ghana, or will we be seeing the host country Ivory Coast winning the African Cup of Nations on home soil? Drop your prediction on the comment section right below, and let's see if you'll be our lucky winner, because definitely there is a prize for the first correct answer on who will be winning the African Cup of Nations that will be played this year 2024. And this is the length at which we will be going on this week's episode of Sport Vibe on DNT World. For more news and sports stories, follow us across our various social media handles at DNT World. Enjoy your week, stay safe, and remain blessed. Thank you.